welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast. Thanks for downloading. Time to get on board and let's go diving. Mind those ropes.
Hi guys, so I'm on the BiG Scuba Podcast with Gemma and Ian, and my name's Jason.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the BiG Scuba Podcast. My name is Ian. This is episode 217, and with me by the power of Zoom is...
Hello, my name is Gemma. I am the other co-host. Welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Welcome. And let me tell you straight from the top, these episodes are sponsored by the lovely people at Nut at 90, because Gemma, they are...
Beyond technical.
Beyond technical. They be beyond technical. They are the names of the diving world, of really top service and everything else. If you are a technical diver or you're thinking about getting into technical diving, make sure you've got them on your speed dial. And is it your book? Was it the book thing you have on the webcam on the web pages?
A bookmark or
Bookmarks.
In your favourites.
Favourites. That as well.
Yeah.
So coming up, we've got a guest for you to round up this episode, which is our sort of final one of the year. Can't believe it. It's a year, Gemma. We've done a whole year again.
Another year, and we're just heading into the Christmas holidays, but we will be back in January.
Yeah.
2026.
Wow. So we've got Jason Pritchard. You might know him if you dive at Stony Cove quite a bit. He's often up there. Jason the Argonaut, which is probably one of the best Instagram titles going, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's because he wears a Fourth Element Argonaut suit that he's very proud of.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Good choice.
Yeah. So he actually approached us because he's got quite a few tales to tell us. So yeah, he's our guest coming up.
Yeah. So look out for him. And but first off, so we've had a busy old year again. I don't know where the year's gone to. And
Whizzed by. Yeah, it's whizzed by.
Whizzed by.
Yeah, we've been on trips, and yeah, we've got a few shout outs for people to say thank you for their support over the last year.
And first off, as well, we should also say happy birthday to Christina as well. So one of our very first guests on the podcast, it's her birthday today.
Yeah, Christina Zanato. So she's based out in the Bahamas and does a lot of work with sharks, cave diving and technical diving.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, we've had her on with her husband, Kevin.
Yeah.
As well. And who's another great diver and underwater photographer.
Yeah, it does take some awesome photos. So make sure you're following them both. They've got their own individual Instagram accounts and what have you. So make sure you're following them. And a little round of applause for Christina. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Do you want to sing a song while we're here, Jenna?
No.
Okay.
Put people under that.
Shout outs to though for all their support this year. So let's say first off Nut, because they help make these episodes all possible to share with the diving world. So great thanks. And I recently just had dinner with them. Very nice and kind of them to invite us up there for dinner, for Christmas lunch. It was very nice. Meet with all the crew
and the team. Yeah.
Team.
Yeah. So, but yeah, big thank you to Nut 90 and John and Brent for all they do for the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Yeah. Also say thanks to Crystal Seas, the Chris and Polly who run Crystal Seas Scuba in Norwich. They are our local dive centre, and you probably hear I volunteer as a dive master for them as well, and during the year, and I am again next year as well. But always good to be associated with our local dive centre at Crystal Seas Scuba, and it's great to have their support as well through the year as well. So we wish them a happy Christmas and a happy New Year as well.
Yeah, another shout out to Stony Cove, which is our sort of go-to inland training lake, which we've visited several times through the year, and always welcoming and friendly.
Andy and the crew.
And we often see people from Crystal Seas there as well when we're up there diving. So great place.
Yeah. And who else? Auto Trail. Shout out to them. They gave us the XL 620G to use for a week or so in August, and we took that for a spin. Loved it, really nice. So you need to go back to a previous episode when we talked about having that, and totally recommend it. That was lovely. Really enjoyed having that.
Yeah, and we did visit them and had a tour of the factory and saw how the camper vans and motorhomes were actually constructed and put together along the production line, which was really interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and then after that visit to Auto Trail, we went to Deep on a little bit of a road trip and saw how things had progressed from our previous visit, and went out on an electric boat on the water and had a
Constantly
tour.
changing world down the site there at Chepstow.
Yeah, yeah. So, and the habitat that they'd constructed as a sort of demo, that is now on the water side. It's being craned down to the bottom. So that's all progress. So hopefully we'll get there later or sometime next year.
Yeah. McConk's.
Yeah, McConk's is our go-to paddleboard company. So we've partnered up with them, and we had a good summer on our boards actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
Out on Weybridge Lake.
Yeah, really well made, and they look smart as well.
Yeah,
so look
just
forward
waiting
to
for
getting back out on the water with them again. It'd be good.
Yeah, I was just going to say we're waiting for the weather window. It's been a bit chilly and windy. It's just not perfect conditions.
Waterhall.
Yeah, so Waterhall make sunglasses, litter picking equipment, boxes, all out of recycled ghost gear. So do look them up. Links in the show notes. But yeah, they're a great company, UK based, and doing great things with all this recycling.
Long company we've been associated with is Happy Bottles.
Yeah,
we've sort of been associated with them for years, haven't we?
Almost from the very beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they make water beakers and mugs, travel mugs, that are amazing at keeping your drinks hot or cold. And
I don't understand, right? I've dropped mine so many times that I hardly stand still these days. I put it on the table, and because the bottom of it's like, uneven, and
battered and bruised,
dented. And do you know what, that thing, even though I've dropped it numerous times, I take it in the shower, I take it to CrossFit, it gets dropped in there as well, and the damn thing just don't break.
Yeah,
and it still keeps, even though the sauna's like 80 odd degrees, that it still keeps water stone cold.
Yeah, they're great things. We've got the travel mugs, the beaker type style, and then these big, I can't remember what they're called now.
You can't break them.
No, they're really, really good.
Well,
So
I'll have to test it one day and see if I can drive the truck over it.
Yeah, we've dropped them in the water as well, haven't we? They float.
Yeah. All
So
sorts of them.
they've been on many travels, diving trips, and they're still.
Yeah, I dread to think how many miles mine's done. That it follows me everywhere like a bad smell. It's they're brilliant things. So I can't reckon. It's probably, I don't know if it's still too late for Christmas. Probably will be by the time you hear this. But for the year ahead, if you're looking for a drinks bottle to get somebody, get one, because honestly, they are indestructible. They really are.
Yeah. And
who else we need to say thank you to?
Well, talking of our travels, we've been to the Farne Islands twice this year. So we have to say big thanks to Ron and Andrew. They run the Serenity boats and the dive boat.
Ron's a great skipper, keeps us going with a nice cup of tea or coffee, whatever's your choice, and knows the dive sites like the back of his hand. So
yeah, looks after us very well. So we'll see them again next summer. He does. Yeah.
Sorry, Ron. Back next year.
Yeah. Also, thanks to Maura and Brian of the B&B where we stay.
Can I just say, Maura, thanks for your sandwiches this year. And even when in September when we weren't actually staying with you,
she still kept us going.
Still kept me going. Makes the sandwiches. And as I said to you yesterday, she is the GOAT. Do you remember what the GOAT stands for?
Great.
The greatest of their field.
Yeah.
There we are.
Where else have we been on our travels? Swanage Pier. So been looked after by the volunteers on the pier, and so had a great dive there. We've recently been to the Midlands Dive Chamber to see Sally, Caroline, Spike, and Lee.
Yeah.
So
they
they
had a
looked
good
after
time there.
us.
Good day. Don't forget, look out for that YouTube. So the last episode, 216, was us.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, who's that?
My work phone. Google.
Who's getting? Why is your work phone getting involved in the podcast?
I don't know. It does it in the middle of the night as well. It's just
Alexa does that sometimes. Anyway, so we're just saying 216 before we were rudely interrupted by Gemma's work phone. 216 is us at Midlands Dive Chamber having an interview, and we do a dry dive down to 40 meters. We talk about that. So have a look, and also reasons why we need these chambers in place. And so shout outs to those guys, and there's a YouTube as well of that interview. So
so head over to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
Big thanks to Insta360, who've supplied us with 360 cameras and the Ace Pro that we've used out on our trips, out on the water, under the water,
and they'll be being used again next year.
Who else have we got? I think we're nearly there, aren't we?
I think it is. I'm going to say well done to all the students who I met this year up at Stony Cove. Well done, everybody. I met some really great people. In fact, we had two of them come on recently for an interview as well, which is going to be coming out soon. And with the whole diving world, you never know who you're going to meet. So well done to all the students who I met, and everyone who came out and filled the paperwork out and came up for a free gift from that. So hello to you all, and all the dive centres who I've met up at Stony as well. So shout out to Fourth Element as well for keeping us warm in our undersuits.
And you've brought quite a lot from them this year.
I have, I've had my thermals for years, and I thought this year it was time they're getting a bit threadbare, literally threadbare.
Well used.
So it was time to get some new thermals, socks and stuff like that. So, and the coat, which I use for work, is brilliant.
The bag as well.
Which I keep all my thermals and other stuff in, which is nice because the back of the truck sometimes gets wet, and the last thing you got to do is put on like change your clothes and stuff, and your stuff's got wet. So that's the downside. Sometimes we're having the back doors open with the van, so it does just protects your dry clothes from all the elements. Shout out to Fourth Element for their support this year.
And then finally, thank you to all the guests that have appeared on the podcast through 2025. We've had quite a variety, and we'll be going in a more in-depth look in January at the guests we've had on through the months.
We had some brilliant guests. Again, I think we're really blessed. I think we're really blessed, with some of the people that with the people that we get, because and that's the beauty of the podcast. Is that gives us the opportunity to reach out and speak to people who probably wouldn't never speak to otherwise. And we hope you've enjoyed that. We hope that the people that we've brought in have been interesting and revealed something different, because that's what we try and do. We try and broaden the reasons why we get these on.
And just looking at the guests, they're not all specifically technical divers or cave divers. We just try and get that variety of anybody connected to the watery world that has a story to tell. And we always get something out of every podcast that is different. And even a non-diver listening would probably get some inspiration or learn something that they didn't know previously.
Yeah, exactly. This diving business that we do, it is in different parts of the world, and different jobs, different roles. of all sorts of things, and people use it, and people get different things from it, and it's good to find out why, and especially like for if they've got training and things like that, different agencies, what have you. And there's so many agencies out there as well. So yeah, if there's a story to tell, we'll hopefully get them on and tell their story.
Yeah, so if you've got any recommendations for guests for us to make contact with in 2026, point them in our direction.
Absolutely, raise your hand and get in our DMs, as the saying.
Yeah, nothing to be nervous about. It's just a chat about what you like doing.
About them.
Yeah. So, which is good. So, right, time for the guests.
Yeah. One final thing just to say, I know Gemma said that was the final thing, but the final thing is to actually say thank you for you listeners who downloaded these episodes, because that's the whole point at the end of it.
Yes. So hopefully, tell your friends, spread the word, and we'll keep doing what we're doing.
See you next year.
Yes, in 2026. Right. So this is episode 217, and we're having a chat with Jason Pritchard.
Hi guys, so I'm on the BiG Scuba Podcast with Gemma and Ian, and my name's Jason.
Welcome to the BiG Scuba Podcast. It's welcome. Great to have you with us. Yeah, so you made contact with us quite recently, so yeah, it's great to have that happen. We probably may have seen you around Stony Cove, and we've been there at the same time. But yeah, that's one of your regular dive places to go.
Yes, it's where we do pretty much all the teaching, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I do try to get around, so I'm in either Bobster, Raysbury, Stony, Cape and Ray. I get all over the place.
Yeah,
it's good to mix it up. Yeah. So we like to ask our guests a bit of a set question after all this time, and we'd like to know what being under the water means to you.
Being under the water is, it's like when you see all those TikToks and you have like all those conversations going, and there's loads of stuff happening in life and all that, and then as soon as you descend under the surface, it all just vanishes, and you are just left alone, and it's quiet, and you're with your thoughts, and it's a fantastic feeling. Being able to just float there at neutral buoyancy, it's just an amazing feeling.
And sort of drift along.
So how did your diving journey start? When did you take your first breaths underwater?
So back in 2009, so what was that, 18 years ago?
Excellent.
So I was actually no, to be fair, I did my first try dive when I was probably about 8 or so, and that was in Tenerife, and we were playing frisbee in the pool and all that, and then it kind of fizzled, and I didn't do anything else because I couldn't at that time. And then it wasn't until we went to Egypt for the first time as a family holiday. And those like holiday meetings on the first day where they say what you can do whilst you're here and all this.
Yeah.
And you had one of the guys from Camel Dive. I'm pretty sure everybody knows Camel Dive. And they were there doing a talk, and they went, I could get my scuba license and then I could dive anywhere around the world. And I was sitting there next to my dad, and I just lit up. And then it got to the end of the presentation, and I dragged my dad up to this person, and my dad was like, no, you heard it wrong. And then I literally dragged him up, and I went, can I get a scuba license and dive anywhere around the world? And he was like, yes. And that was it. I dragged my dad, and then from that point we went back to Egypt every year doing next qualifications, and he helped me build up all the way to instructor, to be fair. So yeah, we started diving together. Not really dad and son, it was more brothers coming at the end of every dive and going, oh, how much air you got, how, etc. It was always a competition. we got to advanced, and then from that point, I then did my rescue, dive master, and just continued to where I am today.
Excellent. And does your dad still dive?
He does. So he had a PFO on my 100th dive in Egypt.
All right.
So it's quite a memorable dive.
Yeah, I bet.
So it was a shallow dive, but he got bent due to a PFO, due to a hole in the heart. And I think I was probably 14 at the time.
Wow.
And it was just me and him. And then he was taken to the chamber on the rescue boat. And then, we spent another week in Egypt whilst he was recovering in that. So it was quite an eventful experience. And then, I ended up going and doing some extra dives whilst he was in hospital. He was like, don't sit around waiting for me, just go diving. And then after that, he got it fixed, and now he continues to do a bit of fun diving with me now and again.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It's been quite a journey then.
Yeah. And then it's the ironic thing is, obviously he got bent because he had a hole in his heart, and then I got bent in 2022, November 2022.
For exactly the same reason.
Exactly the same reason, because I had a hole in my heart.
Wow.
Yeah. This episode is brought to you by Narked at 90, the cutting-edge pioneers in the world of diving equipment. Meet the founders, John Routley and Brent Hudson, who have logged thousands of mixed gas dives over the past 3 decades. About 20 years ago, these experienced technical divers combined their passion for diving and engineering skills to create Narked at 90. Whether you're new to diving and ready to take it up a notch, have a fair amount of experience, or are considering a transition into technical diving, we highly recommend Narked at 90. They're ready to advise on the best equipment and setup for your personal and commercial needs. Narked at 90 also has extensive hands-on experience with shearwater and ratio dive computers, being the longest-serving UK service centre for these brands. They're ready to offer technical support, servicing, repairs and upgrades for all shearwater and ratio computers past and present. In addition to shearwater and ratio, Narked at 90 stocks and supports many other brands such as DiveSoft, JJCCR, Hollis, Revo and Kiss rebreathers. The diving community is always enthusiastic about Narked at 90, and it's easy to see why. Here are just a few reasons. Full head servicing for rebreathers from various manufacturers, bespoke cable assemblies, advice on specific fitting requirements, suggestions and guidance for home builds, computer laser cutting and engraving, CNC milling and turning, pressure testing to simulate 400-metre dives. We're thrilled to partner with Narked at 90, a company that has ignited so much passion for diving and has been incredibly supportive and innovative in producing and selling dive equipment. Visit narkedat90.com to see why they're a renowned name in diving. Stay updated on their insights and offers by following them on social media. Just search for Narked at 90 on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram and hit that follow button. Yeah. So
And you didn't know about that leading up to that?
No, so it's something that's not brought up on any medicals or anything like that. And it was just a case, I've done probably over 1,500, nearly 2,000 dives. And then it was just one dive I did actually in Stony, and I was diving in the pit and came out, and then 2 hours later driving home and I got bent. Paralysed in my car, blind, only being able to talk to the ambulance crew, which they thought I had a stroke. So that just panicked me even more, until I told them to look at the card that was in the visor, which was Midlands Diving Chamber. They got them on the phone and it was like, get him up here now.
Wow.
So,
yeah. Just shows you how time sensitive stuff is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the most scariest bit was I knew what was happening. It was the ambulance crew didn't. They thought I had a stroke, so they wanted to take me to A&E.
Yeah.
Which would have delayed treatment further. And then I got the relief when I heard the dive doctor on the phone go, he needs to be up here now.
Yeah.
yeah, so that was a fun experience.
Yeah. So how long did it take you to get, to a place where you weren't blind or you weren't paralyzed?
So when they got me in the ambulance and they got me on the O2, it all started to come back. It was in the form of pins and needles, and the dark cloud that was in my eyes has slowly started to disappear. And then by the time I got to Midlands diving chamber, I was able to walk again briefly, which was really strange. And then he was doing his assessments and got me to close my eyes, and I just fell straight over. Then I spent 7 hours and 20 minutes in the chamber. So, yeah.
So they took you down to a depth again.
Yeah, so they put me on the serious dive table, because normally there's two different ones. You've got the ones for like recreational bends, and then you've got one for deeper depths. So they put me on the helium table. So they had me on 50-50. So 50% helium, 50% oxygen, at a depth of 4 bar. And then I was there for 7 hours and 20 minutes, slowly coming back up, enjoying the company of the guys in the chamber, the vacuum packed crisps that they kept giving us, and the cups of teas and biscuits and whatever they could find in the cupboard, because all the takeaways were shut.
Well, it's good you can still eat when you're in the chamber. It's just you're not just there like with no.
Yeah, and then by the last hour, they put Pirates of the Caribbean film on the outside of the chamber in the porthole window. So I'm there sleeping on the bed, looking at Pirates of the Caribbean.
So was it just the one treatment you had to have, or did you have to?
So it was the one major treatment on the first day, and then I had to go back every day for 5 days to do 2-hour treatments.
Yeah.
So I got to know the guys there very well.
Yeah. Well, it's good service they offer. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So then do you have to have surgery to repair the hole in the heart?
Yeah, so at that time I was really concerned and going, why did this happen? What did I do wrong? And I think that plays on a lot of divers' minds when they get bent, and they go, is there something that I did wrong? And it was not knowing what happened. And then I got tested and had quite a large hole in my heart. And then I went to one Welbeck, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And they sealed my heart in a couple of months. So I was out of the water for about 6 months from operation to finally getting back into water.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, that name rings a bell. That's where Davina McCall had her scan, isn't it?
I've sent a few people to one Welbeck.
Yeah. Well, they did great things. Yeah. So well, it's good that was all good, and you recovered, and you're back in the water.
Back in the water, back teaching, back technical diving, which is
good.
What I love doing.
Yeah. And we're actually going to the East Midlands Dive Chamber at the end of the month, so we'll see where you've been. So it'll be interesting to So did you deal with Sally Cartwright?
Yes, Sally, Michael, and had the other guys in the chamber. I think who was it? The New Zealand guy. I've always got his name, Rich.
Yeah, we only know Sally from Midlands. But
I get on well with Sally. She knows me very well.
Yeah, she's good.
And she's pointed people who have had a PFO in my direction, and then I pointed them into the direction of how I got mine closed.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't do it on the NHS.
I didn't know that. That's just
so they used to do it on the NHS. So when my dad did it, it was through the NHS. It was taken off the NHS, and it was only for commercial divers. But it's like, we're instructors. We're using it for work.
Yeah.
And they were like, no. So it's now private that you have to go to get it closed, which is annoying, because the amount of divers that have a PFO, one, if they've got it and they haven't experienced it yet, or they've had it and now it's stopped them from diving, is it's quite a horrible thought.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess that's why you need good insurance these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is the PFO. It doesn't matter what skill level you're at. You could be open water, you could be instructor. It'll hit you at any point.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what qualification you are. It doesn't care about that.
Or what depth, I suppose.
Yeah.
Or what depth.
No.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely something to be aware of, and talking about it is good.
I know Dan are trying to develop new cameras or something medical wise to try and identify PFOs. Because basically it's the nitrogen bubbles going from one side of the part to the other.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't. Hopefully it's something that will be introduced into dive medicals at some point.
Yeah. If it's simply, if you could have a scan or something, and it's a yes or a no, then that would save a lot of bad things happening as well as preventing them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So does it make you look at things differently now because of
so I treat every sign or every symptom seriously. I don't know, until you've experienced it, you don't really take it for granted in a sense. So if someone comes out of the water and they're complaining of a pain or it's just from carrying the heavy equipment, etc. But now it really plays on your mind. It did for the first year or so after I got it. I was constantly checking myself to see if I had any rashes after every dive, getting quite paranoid. But that's since subsided. It's now just looking at other people and going, okay, I've seen you do this. Let's just have a look, and we won't put you back in the water for a bit.
Yeah. It's got to be safe.
I like to say the experience I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but having that experience, it's a good learning curve, and it's something that I now teach to all my students, whether they're starting out in scuba diving or if they're becoming instructors. It's something that I now teach all round.
Yeah. Well, it's an important aspect, isn't it? That maybe isn't taken seriously. And we've always spoken about being fit to dive fitness, looking after yourself so that you are, in a good condition when you get in the water. But we do see, you don't have to go to Stony and see, there are all sorts of specimens of people there that, not necessarily look after themselves. And you kind of do worry a bit.
Yeah, you do. But now I know what the symptoms are. I've seen the signs. I've experienced them, so can relate when I see it.
Yeah.
It's also nice to instill in people that I dive with and go, actually, the dive chamber is not there to tell you off because you've done something wrong. They're actually there to help you, put you back on your feet. When I got treated, I was so reluctant to get help because I was like an instructor. I shouldn't be bent, etc. But it's now made me think. And speaking to the guys, they didn't have a go at me or anything. It was diving is a extreme sport which people take for granted.
Yeah.
And like with every extreme sport, there's always a medical practice that helps people when they get injured, get them back on their feet. And that's what the dive chamber's there. They're there to help you when you have an accident, so then you can continue doing what you want to do.
Which is so important.
And so many people will have these hole in the hearts, don't they, that don't even know about it.
It's in one of every 4 people. But it's not hereditary, but my dad had it and I had it.
But it's just something to be aware of and conscious of, isn't it? So with your diving journey, did you start out as a career diving, or did you do something else and then have some kind of like revelation thinking, I want to make diving my career?
I think if you speak to everybody I know, all my friends especially, they'll go diving. Oh, Jason, how you been? Yeah, I've been diving. Yeah, we could have gathered that. No, so yeah, so when I started diving in Egypt and started going through it, it was, I knew what I wanted to do, which was something revolving around diving.
Yeah.
And at that point, it was underwater photography, because I went, after I did my rescue, I went to Falmouth University, and I did my dive master down there when I was studying my marine and natural history photography course.
Okay.
So all the M&HP out there, right? Yeah, so I was studying that course, and it was getting to the end of the course, and it was like, okay, I've got two very expensive hobbies here that I want to make a career. I wanted to continue diving, and at that point I decided to become an instructor, because I was going back to London, where I live, in Hertfordshire. So I wanted to continue diving. Didn't realise there was much places to go diving, so I became an instructor. And when I did my IDC with my course directors, and then I was like, that's the job I want. That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
They inspired me, and that's it. I'm now going to course director. And that's been my path ever since.
That's not an easy route though, is it? We're talking to, getting a dive center off the off the ground is quite difficult, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. I've been lucky to work with dive centers, and I'm just affiliated to them, or apart from Northampton, which is the main dive centre I work for.
Yeah.
And I do all the professional stuff for them along with another course director. But I do freelance, so I spread myself out and work with others.
Yeah, well, it's good, and it adds variety to the role, I'm sure, as well.
Yeah.
You're not like linked or locked into one dive centre. Yeah, that's good.
I like
So
to spread out.
yeah, get known everywhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
So then you went down the rebreather route.
I want to. There's a few people that know that I really want to do it. It's just money at the moment.
Right.
Yeah.
I was becoming a course director, then the technical training. So rebreather is on the list.
Okay.
It's probably.
I misunderstood. I when I read your bio, I thought you already were a
No. I'm looking to it.
Right. But you dive side mount.
Yeah, so I dive side mount, twin sets. So I recently done side mounts. I've always been a twin set diver. Yeah, so I'm doing the side mount because I'm looking at doing a full cave next year.
Wow. Yeah. And how do you find the transition from single tank twin set to now side mount?
So from single to twin set, absolutely loved. I love the planning, the redundancy. It's just a bit more technical in itself.
Mm-hmm.
And then going from twin set, I know I'm going to get loads for this. Mates are all going to be listening to this. Yes, twin set to side mount. Side mount is definitely the way in maybe the recreational, not so much the technical side yet for me. But it's a whole different experience, not having any cinders on your back, and you just park yourself in the water and you don't move. And it's just the most weirdest feeling. And then having cinders on your side and being able to look at your valves and go, it's a whole different experience. It's a game changer. But I'm still twin set. Maybe for the deep tech stuff, twin set.
And is that purely because of redundancy?
It's more to do with just not having so many cylinders under my arms.
Yeah.
So with the twin set, I've got my back gas and then one on each side. Whereas if on the side mount, it's side mount cylinders and the other cylinders, and it's kind of like a bit compact.
Yeah. But then if you've got aims of doing cave diving, then I guess side mount is the way to go, isn't it? Yeah. But you're
a breather.
and you're a wreck. You specialize or love wreck diving. That right?
Absolutely love wrecks.
Yeah.
Absolutely love wrecks. Try most of my diving is wrecks.
Yeah,
absolutely love them.
Was there one particular wreck that made you go down that route?
So I did the Thistlegorm. That was the first wreck I did, which is quite a stunning wreck. And I've done it quite a few times now. Every time I've been back there, I have to say the wrecks in Scapa were awesome, and I can't wait to go back again next year. The size of them and they're just awesome.
Yeah. Do you look into the history as well? Is that kind of hand in hand? It all goes together.
Yeah, I like going on the wrecks. One, they're frozen in time, and it's also like some of the wrecks you do, how many people have actually seen them, and that's a really cool thing.
Yeah.
Like the bucket list wise, the Britannic is on the list. Recently, I just watched a webinar from Dive with Jimmy.
Yes,
he's now got me hooked on the Britannic. So, and then my mate's phoning me up and going, "I want to do the Britannic as well." And then we're like, "Yeah, we got a lot of breather diving to do."
Yeah.
So now we've got a shopping list. So basically, that webinar was a shopping list, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, you got a bit of time to build up on it.
Yes, yeah. 2029 is the aim.
Yeah. Well, when this episode releases, our previous episode was Jimmy Sue's. So it follows on. So he's been on the podcast before, but we just had a catch up because it's been a while. And before when we spoke to him, he wasn't even a dive centre. He was just a diver. So he's come on, leaps and bounds, and in a position. Where he's now thinking about an expedition.
A very expensive shopping list.
Well, divers, we do like our kit.
We do.
Yeah. So what sort of configuration, dry suit, what do you work with brand wise?
Fourth element dry suit. Jason in the Argonaut.
Argonaut
dry
of course.
Yeah. That's how everybody recognises me at Sony or Bobster or anything like that. Orca torch, swear by Orca torches. I've been using the D630 since I started tech diving, and it's still going strong. And every student that I've taught, that's where I pointed them. So pretty much all the photos with students that I've been teaching or diving tech-wise, they've all got orcas.
Yeah.
So twin set or my side mount, my twin set, and my single X Deep.
Yeah, they're all well-known names, aren't they?
Yeah. Have you tried a scooter yet? Have you got into scooters?
I have got into scooters, and that's another thing on the shopping list. I'll be having a look at real diving at the dive show.
Yes.
Yeah. It's amazing, how many things that you can add into your, setup these days. Yeah. So you obviously teaching people coming in from the very beginning from open water. So how do you see the diving going? Are you getting lots of people through? How's it been over the last few years?
So Steve, from when I started teaching, I've seen journeys from people who've done their open water with me, or even their DSDs. So they've done their experience with me. Then they've done their open water, and then they've gone all the way up to dive master. And seeing that whole transition, I've been able to witness and go, this is where you started. This is where you are now. How awesome is that?
Mm.
And then
Yeah.
it's an incredible feeling to go, that was part of me. I taught that.
Yeah.
And I've had quite a few of them, and it's nice when you get the feedback from an end of the course, and then they go, oh yeah, I'm definitely going to come back and see you on the next course, and then the next thing is, oh, they've signed up to another course and they've requested you, and you're like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
That's good.
Well, it's a good sign.
Yeah, everybody says that I'm very enthusiastic, passionate, probably a bit crazy as well.
Well,
Helps.
that helps. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
And
definitely does.
you're all smiling as well. So that's a good sign as well. Yeah, because we always say, lots of people we speak to, that you need to get more young people into this diving community, because it is an aging community. We can see that. So it's how to inspire them and how to keep them diving as well.
Yeah, and that's something that I've been trying to do as a course director, is bring in new people, especially the younger ones. Like when they were my age, you go, this is where you want to get to, etc. We've had someone who done their open water. They've now just got enough dives to start doing their dive master course. So watching them, and they've been going out fun diving with us as well, and then seeing that transition and going, yeah, you're ready to do dive master.
Yeah, that's good. And that's a nice role as well.
It's not just a tick box.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Ian's a dive master, so yeah, he's got.
Yeah, been a DM for a little while.
Nice, enjoying it.
Yeah, I do. I've always enjoyed being a DM, and I don't think I've really got the time to commit to being an instructor. I quite like just being a dive master, and it's a role I've enjoyed being. Yeah.
Never thought about going that little bit.
No, I quite like this. No, there's 2 or 3 of us at Crystal Seas who have been dive masters for a few years, and I've never said never. I'd never do it, but at the moment,
that was it. That was what I was waiting for. The never
yeah,
say never.
No, I'd never say never, but I think I like just being. I like turning up, being the dive master, helping out, and not having the overall responsibility at the end of the day. And I quite like that. It does me really. And it's nice, as you've said before. It's nice seeing people come through, and then you see them do the rescue, go and do maybe a couple of other skills or other courses, and then do their dive master, and then they'll do the instructor in a year's time or something like that. That's quite nice to see. So yeah, for me, I'm quite happy as I am, really, I think.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
I suppose everybody has their own level. We talk to people that only dive to go abroad, and they'll never ever consider diving in the UK. So,
I don't know what they're missing.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, I totally agree with that. I was diving at the weekend with Honey, and the water where we were at Spring Lakes was so clear, really clear. 10 meters fizz easily. Yeah, really clear.
Some of my most favourite sites have to be down in Cornwall. It's literally like diving in the Mediterranean.
Yeah. So, and that's sea diving.
Yeah, sea diving. Just diving.
Chesil Beach was like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, there are some awesome wrecks in Cornwall. And then just diving off the shore in like 10 meters, and you've got parts of the World War I German U-boats.
Yeah.
Wow. Just off Castle Beach and Pendennis Silver Steps.
Yeah, I've heard of Silver Steps.
Just awesome to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I think there's so much to shout about with UK diving, and there's so many people that just like, no, it's cold, dark, and really, it's not, is it? It's just
can be, but generally,
it can be. The Hydrobox was. I wouldn't recommend going to the hydro box at the moment.
No.
No,
No.
it's been a while since I've been there. I've kind of got to be in the mood to go there, really.
That's what I hear quite a lot.
Well, it doesn't change much, does it?
No.
All through the year, it's either dark and cold, and I as much as I don't mind, I'll go there. I just like seeing stuff, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely more
absolutely.
fans of seeing, going to the Farne Islands and seeing wildlife and the colours underwater. That just rather than looking at nothing and being
Yeah,
in
and
the
I,
dark.
going there doing the DM stuff as well. I just prefer to. Nothing against Stony Cove at all. I've said that many times, and I just like to try and mix it up and do different stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
No, it's all.
Have you explored the far side of Stony where you've got the plane and the car wrecks?
Yes, I have done it. Been over that way. It's quite good. We've. I don't think you've done over there yet, have you, Jen?
No. It's been more of the inland side, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But
DPVs.
yeah, get there quickly.
Yes.
Get a DPV and you'll
That's
see the
definitely
whole
on my
Stony.
list to do.
Yeah. So what's made you think that you want to do cave diving then?
I'm going to blame Michael Thomas.
Yeah, another guess.
So when I was starting, so I did my technical diving with him. And then I started to assist him as a technical dive master.
Yeah.
And then basically he got me hooked in the technical side. So I'm definitely going to go back to him and do some cave diving with him.
Yeah.
He's also been trying to grab me and get me to do it for don't know how many years now. But
So he taught you the actual tech dive and
yeah. So he taught me advanced nitrox and deco procedures.
Right.
And then taught me my trimix before Chepstow closed.
Yeah.
And then I've been assisting him on tech courses ever since, until I've become a tech instructor myself now. So,
That's
so
amazing.
did you join the cave diving group?
I haven't. No.
Not yet. No.
Not yet. Never say never.
Absolutely.
No, well, it's great that you're kind of a fan of wreck diving, but now you're gonna give the cave diving a go as well, because we do find a lot of divers are very blinkered into what they like and what they don't want to do.
I just like exploring. If the viz is really bad, that's kind of when I enjoy it the most.
Really?
Be like, I have no idea where I'm going. Who knows what I'm going to bump into? That's like when Raspberry put their plane in for the first time, and I was trying to find it, and I found it by actually headbutting it. So yeah, I like the whole unknown, and then using your compass, which 9 times out of 10 works. And then finding stuff, or you just end up on the other side of Stony and come up the cliff and go, oh, okay.
I think we didn't we do that at Gildy once with the double-decker bus?
Headbutted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gildy's an interesting one.
Yeah, especially if you don't really want any visibility. It's a good place to go.
The first time I did Gildy, I went along the line from the platform and told there was the bus at the end of it. And the viz was so bad that I followed the line and then found myself inside the bus.
Yeah.
It suddenly went really dark and I went, okay.
Yeah.
I found it.
Yeah, it is amazing, all these different dive sites, how they vary so much. We're always keen to try new dive sites, and we have done Raspberry, and the visibility wasn't fab, was it?
It was all right. I don't think it was that that
No.
bad. I thought Viz was okay.
But yeah, gilding.
Raisbury is, if there's been loads of students in it, then it's all silted and clouded, and then during the week it's not too bad because there's barely anybody diving, and it's clear.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's where that is.
It's definitely midweek is the time to go diving to some of these sites.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, I think it's nice because Saturdays can be really Saturday and Sundays can be so busy at some places, can't they?
yeah. I mean, Stony is absolutely packed at the moment on weekends.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, it's a good sign as well that these places are busy.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, it's an awesome sign.
Yeah. Have you got any other recommendations for sites in the UK to try? We've done Cape and Ray, and we've done Vobster, Raisbury.
If you ever get a chance to go Cornwall, I'm looking at going Dorothea soon, so I don't know that site. All I've heard it's just a black pit.
Yeah, it's maybe quite dark there, isn't it?
Yeah, apparently it's a dark, deep pit.
Have you heard of the Neames?
I haven't though.
Yeah, it's one in Kent, a couple of hours away from here, probably not far from you at all, and it's called Neames, near
Canterbury.
That's not Alexandru's Lake, is it?
no, it's near there. So
okay.
I've dived St Andrews, and you can't dive that anymore, I don't think. But it's in that neck of the woods. It's very near there. It's called Neames, and it is right near there. So, but we haven't dived it. I've not come across anyone who's dived it yet either. It's about I think somebody said to me it's about 11 meters deep, and it's about I guess probably about 2/3 the size of Stony.
Yeah, the other place I've been told to go and explore is Water in the Lake District.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a few people dive that.
Which sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, that's quite deep. That's the deepest lake, isn't it, of the UK?
Yeah.
But I think I've seen Gary Dallas. He's dived that.
Oh right, yeah.
I think just a few of our previous guests have dived that.
Yeah. But there is so much to explore in the UK.
There is.
Yeah. So, do you like the sea diving in the UK?
Yes, I do. Yeah. So before I had my PFO, I was diving off Portsmouth with Skin Deep, is it?
Skin Deep, yeah.
Yeah. And I've been down Plymouth with the guys at In Deep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I love diving the UK. I think the UK has a lot more to offer than what people think.
Yeah.
They go, oh, it's dark, it's green, it's horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's got something for everyone, isn't it, really?
It's really not.
No, we've done Farns, St Abbs, Swanage Pier, Chesil Beach. Well, that's kind of all the coastal, and North Norfolk. Yeah. So, and every
time I've been to Swanage, I've ended up diving under the pier.
Yeah, but
It's
that's a great dive as well.
And they're really helpful on the pier as well, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, most dive centres or most places you go to, they're brilliant. They're all friendly.
Yeah.
And they all just want to chat diving, which is fantastic.
Yeah. So have you got?
Because I wouldn't know what else to talk about.
No, that's right. What are the plans for the future? What have you got sort of in the pipeline for you?
So I'm running a Scapa trip in end of May next year. So I'm super excited for that. And a lot of people that are going on that is people that I've taught. So
wow.
It's exciting. And it's also, I haven't been there since I had my PFO. So it's nice to go back and be able to explore it a little bit more with the qualifications I've got now. So there's that. There's cave diving.
Yeah.
Which I know Michael Thomas is now going to be sending me a message when this goes live. And then we've got the rebreather. So I know a few people are going to be messaging me now about rebreather.
Have you got any preference on what rebreather you're looking at? You're going to go.
JJ.
Mhm.
JJ.
Yeah.
It's always been the JJ.
Why?
I think it's just the rebreather that's just associated with adventure and exploration.
Yeah. There's quite a few people would argue against that and say that, that AP or KISS offers very similar things as well.
Yeah. But JJ looks awesome.
Yeah. Certainly got a good name.
Yeah. And I think probably people go down one brand and they stick to it because they know the people they're diving with are on that rebreather as well. So there's kind of that.
I've done a tri dive with an AP. I've done a tri dive with the Red Bear, and I've done a tri dive with, is it the Liberty?
Yeah.
The XCC CCR.
Yeah.
But yeah, still mindsets on JJ.
I think that's quite an important thing to do as well, because it is a big investment, isn't it? And you do want to get it right. And I think why not do it? You do that with cars, don't we? So why would we not do that with a rebreather and take them out? We've done tri dives on APs.
Yeah.
Really loved it with Scott Laddyman.
Nice.
We had a really good time. And I'd certainly like to try some different ones at some stage, because I really quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a good experience and just gives you that perspective of rebreather diving compared to the open circuit.
It's weird because you breathe in and you expect to go up, but then nothing happens. And you're like, what's going on? Especially when you're moving towards an object and you're thinking that you're going to go over that object, and it's like, no.
Yeah. I did enjoy that. Certainly would like to do some more of that, I think.
Yeah, and it's good to try different methods of diving. We've done a side mount tri dive as well. So, and that is interesting and gives a new perspective of how you dive. And like Honey and Ian dived, and Honey dived in a wing rather than a
Yeah, she really enjoyed that.
And it's all just it's experience, isn't it? And just trying different things that gets you that bit further.
When we was at Spring Lakes at the weekend, Scoobs at Divers Time offered Honey a go in a wing, and she'd never dived a wing before. And she really enjoyed the freedom. She said she could get to the pockets really, really easy, and just felt much more free. Because some people don't like that, do they? Some people like that whole feeling of being hugged by a BCD, nice and tight, and I get that. But I enjoy diving in a wing as well.
Yeah,
it's that freedom.
Associate the BCD as a life jacket. It's just hugging you. It's there's a lot to it, and then you go on a wing, and it's just like, oh my god, I can move. And then you go onto side mount, and you're like, oh my god, I can move even more.
And it's just trying these things. You've got to be open to try them, and then you find out what works for you, because it's not everybody's cup of tea. Probably side mount or a wing.
And the best thing I can say is, like, when people do their course or they got a new piece of equipment, it's just go and dive it. Go and spend several hours on the platform in Raisbury, for instance, or Stoney, and just do skills, just practice it, and just work it all out and get it set up to yourself. I mean, when I get any new kit, I'm there on a platform, and I'm there for about 3 hours just adjusting stuff, taking stuff off, and it's a lot of fun. I like the aspect of getting it all set up to you, and it could be literally you just making like little tweaks, just moving one D ring, and it just makes all the difference.
Well, that's a good point as well, because I suppose there are a lot of people that just jump in and they just put their stuff on and that's it, without thinking they could be a bit more comfy or a bit more free?
Well, you sometimes just you feel comfortable in what you know, isn't it? And it's very hard to, unless something breaks or whatever. Do you then think, well, actually, I'm going to spend some money on something else, and maybe I'll try something else? And it's a bit like we were talking about dry suits earlier, wasn't it? You get used to a certain dry suit that you've had for a while, and then you to suddenly make a change and maybe go from a neoprene to a tri-laminate it's a big change, isn't it?
Yes.
And there's so much out there, but that's a big commitment once you go down that road.
Yeah.
There's no going back, is there? If you get it wrong, it's like, I've got to dive for this.
So trying, before you buy is a good bit of advice, really.
Yeah.
But I think it's a good thing about dive shows as well, isn't it? Because at least with the things like the dive shows, you do get a chance to try different stuff. If some of the manufacturers are up there, and Mark puts on the pool, where you can get in the water.
Yeah.
And that's where we did our try dive with the side mount. We both did the throughs, and we loved it, didn't we?
Yeah. No, it's a great experience.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's definitely good to always get experience, and I see it a lot more recently. To be fair, is we've had students going out buying all this brand new kit, and they're buying all these wings, etc., like expecting just to put it on and away you go, and they do the first dive, and then I'm looking and going, well, that doesn't look quite right. Get out of the water, go. Oh, so have you adjusted your wing? They look at me and go, what do you mean? And I literally spend like 20 minutes adjusting their wing and getting it all set up. And then they go on the dive, and then they come up the dive, and they got this even bigger smile. And they're just like, oh my God, that was so different.
Yeah. Well, that's the beauty of having a great, sort of teacher, and knowing, seeing that in people that you can offer the help.
And the best advice is when you get some kit is go fun diving with your club, or go fun diving with instructors. Obviously, instructors are having a fun dive, so they're off duty. But see what they think, and you'll find 9 times out of 10 there's some that can be adjusted, or something isn't quite right, and they'll look and go, yeah, you just need to do that.
Yeah.
And it just makes all the difference to your kit.
Yeah. And then having a diver come out of the water smiling is a win-win.
That's the best feeling.
Yeah. No, that's great. So, and your club is quite active. Do you go on trips as well?
Yeah, so Northampton, they run trips all through the year. And it varies from Stony to boat dives to going to Farnes and Mundy, and then up to Cape and Ray, so all over the place.
Yeah.
They're actually planning on going Chisel Beach. Is it Chisel Beach? I think, yeah. And to do ROI Sea Survival courses. So they're running that there, which is going to be cool.
When's that? Are they diving in the UK all year round?
Yeah, all year round.
Yeah, well, the sea temperature is not too bad at the moment. It's kind of
July at Selsey Beach.
Yeah.
Next to the lifeboat station.
Yeah, that's good. It's mixing it all up as well, and again, that keeps people active and interested.
Yeah.
Who are members of the club.
And then we have the club nights. So we run those every Saturday, first Saturday of the month. And recently what we've been doing is starting to add in cool activities. So the last one we put together was a assault course, a PPB assault course. So we had tunnels and hoops, and you had to swim through them and change your buoyancy just through breathing. And it was a lot of fun.
Good practice.
Yeah. But that's good fun to keep people in that club. And
it's better than just jumping in the pool and going and just diving around the pool.
Mm.
There's now something exciting and interesting to do.
Yeah.
Do you find that helps keep people in touch, especially
Yeah.
new divers?
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the people I recently taught their advanced course, and they were in the pool doing the assault course, and they did it, failed it the first time. So then they went away and they were using the slope of the pool to work on their buoyancy,
Yeah.
and then came back around and did it again, and they were like, "Yeah, done it." And then they got out the water. Oh, that was fantastic, and it was good practice, and it got me to really focus on my buoyancy, because you had that bit at the end of the tunnel where you had to go underneath,
Yeah.
like a structure, and really drop your buoyancy to go under and then come back up again to then go through the hoops. And he absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
That's what you need, and that's what you want, I think. And to capture the new divers who are just qualified, getting their open waters and getting them back in to
Yeah.
then think about, right, what's next.
yeah, it's also
Doesn't have to necessarily
keep
be
their
another
skills
course.
fresh.
Yeah.
It's like you see it time and time again when you have an open water student. When's the next time they ever do a mask skill?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just go constantly keep practicing.
Yeah. No, it is important.
Yeah, just spend a few minutes on your dive and just practice your mask.
Yeah.
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 And it's interesting, we've spoken to people, and it becomes like a thing to tick off your bucket list these days, like, hike up Snowdon, scuba dive, horse ride, and it just seems like a tick, and then they move on. But it's trying to keep those people, in that sport. So,
Yeah.
but
I
doing
found the
things.
best way is just shove all the passion and enthusiasm at them, and then you'll get that in return.
Yeah, well, it looks like you have it. Definitely. No, that's really good. Yeah. So, well, you're doing great things, and you've got the smile on your face to inspire people. Yeah, and I think that's the
I
main thing.
enjoy what I do, so
I think that's really important, and I think that does come over for an instructor to, if they enjoy what they do, and not just diving, because that's the easy bit, enjoying the diving, but enjoying the diving and then sharing that love with new divers, and so they can see that they can only see that through your attitude and body language. Because you can easily just read off the PADI or BSAC manuals and what have you, and but to actually portray a love of the sport, it's a whole different matter, because that's the difference between an instructor seeing students as a number, or seeing them as a potentially new divers who are going to be in the sport for a long time.
And it's cool because I'm still in contact with quite a few of my students. And it's seeing what they're doing is awesome with the diving side. And then you get them occasionally bump into you, like the dive show. Fantastic place to be. And they're talking, they've gone and done this, and we want to look at doing our next course, etc. And go, absolutely, that's awesome. Let's continue, let's do it.
It's making it kind of infectious, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And the best advice, like, I pass on to when I teach people to become instructors, is because I went through a time before, it was probably in like first or second year of being an instructor, is I was doing so much teaching, and it was like open water course after open water course after open water course. It's like, oh, not another mask skill. Not another mask skill. Oh, there's another bolt. There's another bolt. Right. And it was getting to the point where I was losing the love of what I was doing. And the best advice I say is make sure you go fun diving. Put away the instructor, put away teaching, and just go for the fun dive. And you automatically remember why you love doing this. and why you want to inspire people in this.
Yeah.
And that's the best advice I can give to instructors or anybody who's looking at becoming an instructor, is make sure you keep fun diving, because
Yeah.
that's where your passion is, and then you're just passing that passion on to your students.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good remedy to have, and that is another good reason for having dive shows, because us divers, we like to see other divers and talk diving.
Yeah.
Don't we? You know, that's what we like to do. We like to talk about what dives we've done and things
Yeah.
like that, and especially it's been a year since we've seen our diving friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're like,
Well,
oh,
it's the
what are you diving
variety.
these days, and where
Yeah,
have you been?
yeah,
No, that sounds good. Yeah. So, yeah, one of our previous guests, Phil Short, he said you've got to find the magic in every dive, and that
Yes.
kind of sounds a bit like what you're saying. You know, you just got
Yeah.
to, find the fun in, and the passion in it.
yeah. I think it's very true. I think no matter where you are, I think.
Well,
Mm,
every puddle, no matter how big or small, has its own adventure. And remember,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
every dive is just awesome. It's
Yeah.
never, and if you look at it, every dive you do, no dive is ever going to be the same as the previous dive.
Yeah.
It physically can't. You could go to the same site, you could be at Stony, but that dive, that's one dive you're never going to do again.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it's one that either that was awesome, or I could learn something from that one, and then you go and do the next one, and that's totally different to what you've just done.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I've done, I dread to think how many times I've dived in Stony, but no dive has ever been the same.
Yeah.
There's always something different, and that's the beauty of it.
Yeah. No, that's really true. Yeah. No, that's great. Well, we better get on to our set questions then.
Yeah.
So if you could take 3 people underwater, they don't have to be divers, it's just the principle, who would you take and why? And they could be past or present.
Oh, okay, so the first person I take is my dad.
Mhm.
He's the one who first introduced me to water. Well, minus me dragging him to the person.
Yes.
And those early days shaped everything, and made me who I am. And it would be nice to take him back in the water and be able to share that experience with him and see how far we've both come. And also, I'm pretty sure it's just coming to a competition again. Yeah, so it definitely have to be him, and it brings it back to that circle
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
he started, he got me into it, and now it's me getting him back into it.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd take Jacques Cousteau, because diving with the man who opened up the underwater world to the rest of the world is a bit surreal. So his sense of wonder never faded, and I love to feel that energy firsthand, and be able to dive with basically the person who started it all.
Yeah.
So that would be awesome. And then probably going on for that is David Attenborough. So just so he could narrate the whole thing as we were diving.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Listening to his voice as you're going along a wreck, or you're seeing these sharks or this awesome reef, and then just having him narrating it. I mean, can't get much better than that.
No.
No.
Could you imagine going down to the Thistlegorm and having Jacques
Oh, wow.
Cousteau in your ear, and him talking about when he first discovered it and what that must have been like? Because that must have still fairly, shiny back then.
It must have been.
So it hadn't been down there all that long, I guess.
It's
But
crazy because when you first do it, and then when you do it next time, you do notice subtle changes.
That's what I was going to ask you actually, because when I dived, there was a lady on board who dived it 10 years prior
Yeah,
to us diving it, and she'd said that when she dived it the first time, the rail around the bow was still intact, and when we dived it, the rail had totally gone.
yes,
And she said for her that was one of the biggest things she noticed, how the 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 boats that have been moored up to it have used the rail and they
and that's
gradually
why
ripped
they
it off.
carry more on certain points now.
Yeah.
Mm.
Have you noticed much degradation of the
Yeah,
wreck?
so I've noticed, for instance, the rail, and I've noticed a few things inside that have deteriorated. But then I've also noticed more on the wreck.
Mm,
So like the recent time I've done it is I was actually not really exploring the wreck, but exploring all the wreckage on the bottom. So like the tanks and all the bombs um and all the rifles and everything. And then I was looking at all the details of them, which is something
yeah,
that I haven't done previously.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
It prompts a interesting debate, which you could debate for hours, I'm pretty sure, about whether, wrecks should be explored. Should you bring things back from wrecks? As many people like bringing shiny things back, or go diving with a crowbar when they go
Yeah,
discover a
seen them.
wreck. Um, and we spoke to many of them, and but there's also a lot of people out there believe that they should just be left. But there's the whole argument is as well, that if people didn't bring anything back from wrecks, like with permissions, bells get recovered and they get
Mm.
given back to let's say the Navy, um, these things would never be seen, would they? Especially
Mm.
when they're really, really deep wrecks, that
Yeah,
only technical divers can go to. So it's quite
but that's the
interesting.
beauty of being able to go down to those wrecks and going. I'm one of the few people that has seen this,
Mm,
Mm.
which is awesome. Um, I'm not a fond person of people taking stuff off wrecks,
yeah,
purely because they're frozen in time, and I don't want to think of the fact of someone's taken that object and now it's just sitting in their living room, or it's sitting in a storage container, or
yeah,
Mm.
it's it's not there for anybody else to see. Um, the best wrecks that I love to dive is the ones that actually still have all the stuff on them.
yeah,
They're not just skeletons. They've got all the bits and bobs that when it went down, that's where they were,
Mm.
and they've stayed there for God knows how many years, and they're still there. Um, like for instance, the Thistlegorm. If people started taking stuff off that, what would be left?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm
a time
surprised that some
capsule.
of that hasn't been took off though, like especially like some of the old BSA bikes and what have you.
Yeah.
You think over the years, I wonder some of them haven't been salvaged.
Some I think they would pick those up in the suitcases at the airport.
But everybody's got a different opinion, haven't they?
Mm,
About when they.
There are some wrecks that salvage them, go into the museum, and then anybody can experience that. And then it's
Mm.
also on the side of leave it down there. That's where it's gone to rest, basically,
yeah,
and just enjoy it,
Yeah. Yeah.
and see all the detail, understand the history of the wreck, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's the cool bit.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's an interesting debate that could go on.
It is, yeah.
So what gets you out of your comfort zone?
Uh,
Doesn't have to be diving. It could be something else.
Could be spiders, anything.
uh, public speaking, really don't like it. I get all nervous. speaking in public or speaking to cameras, like doing TikTok videos and like presentation videos. Hate it. It takes me like 10, maybe 20 takes before I get it right. And then I
But
still
you
don't
do
get it right.
brilliantly at them. You know, seeing your stuff on social media, it's great.
Yeah, you should see the bloopers.
I think that's quite natural to feel like that. And I think, you know, I'd say there's quite a few people who do all that, you know, must feel quite nervous about, especially when there's, if you're doing something and you suddenly turn around, you've got an audience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. So it's something that I learnt on my CDC course. So when I was doing my course director course, and it really pushed me out of my comfort zone. And at the beginning of it, I was really shy, didn't want to do presentations. And then it got to the end of the week, and I was there presenting my whole entire group's team of their marketing project and everything to a room of 30 people. And then I'm going, who is this? Where have you been?
Yeah, but then it's good to push yourself out of your comfort zone because that's where you learn and you grow.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it just gives you new boundaries then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You've gone out a bit further.
The other thing that puts me out of my comfort zone is stillness. Like sitting behind a desk, not doing something, not going anywhere.
I feel that pain.
Yeah.
I want to be exploring. I want to be doing
Active.
diving.
Yeah. Yeah. No, good answers. Very good. And then our final question, if you had a billboard that you could put out for the whole world to see, so it could be an image, a video, some words, what would you put on your billboard and why?
It would be a simple billboard with a striking underwater image, maybe a wreck. Let's be real, that'll be a wreck. With sharks and that, and something that looks absolutely awesome. And because with the words, we protect what we love. Because it's true. Once people experience diving or experience diving in the ocean or in quarries or anything, or even just see its beauty, they feel connected to it.
Yeah.
So that connection will drive change. The amount of people when they start scuba diving experience the reefs, experiencing this awesome marine life, experiencing the wrecks, and they go, well, that was awesome. I want to protect this. And that's where it goes.
No, good.
Good.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, and very, very right in that, definitely. Yeah. So if people want to find out more about you or connect with you, where is the best place for them to find
so
you?
my Instagram or social media, Jason in the Argonaut. If you'll see me at Stony, I'm in a full featherment dry suit. I've always got orange on me. That's how people recognise me.
Orange.
Come say hello. Yeah, orange.
Is that your favourite colour?
Yeah, black and orange.
Cool.
That's my colour scheme. All my kit is orange and black. Apart from my fins, I think everybody recognises me by my fins. They're
So
quite.
what colour are your fins then?
They did start off orange. They're now more black than orange.
Right.
Okay.
Is that just over time? They've just kind of got.
I'd say there's a lot of history to them. And they seem to have caught like the black spot.
Okay.
We'll have to send us a picture. Yeah.
I can to grab it. It's literally just happened to.
Yeah.
I'm going to grab it.
Yeah, go on then.
Can do.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
So you're lifting up a set of RK3s.
Yep, they were bright orange to start off with.
So what? So is that the pigment that's now coming out?
I have no idea. No one knows.
Are those Apex
Yep,
RK3s?
RK3s. I don't know if it's the pigment. It started off as a really small black spot, and then just slowly started to grow. And it's now
well, it's given them a new look. So it's not like there's anything you can scrub off.
no.
No.
It's been in the strongest chemicals, like paint stripper or anything like that. Did nothing to it.
Wow.
It just continues to.
How
continue
old
to
are they
grow.
then?
So I've had these probably since I became an instructor. So they got a fair few years on them.
I've got some black ones of those. The HD.
Yes.
And yeah, bulletproof, aren't they? They're really good
Yeah.
fins.
I say if they're not broke, why fix them? Everybody keeps going, you need to
Well,
have
so
new
if there's any
fins."
listeners or watchers of this that have any idea, yeah, message us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be interested to know.
Is your dry suit orange as well then?
No. My dry suit is black.
Right. Okay. Well, I say 'cause I didn't
That's
really
too
thought
much.
that.
Orange.
So yours is the Argonaut 3.
Yes, it is. I just recently got a new dry suit, thanks to Fourth Element.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've got the 3.0.
Yeah. And what
My-
undersuit do
My
you
old
wear?
one is all held together with glue and patches.
Is that a 1990?
No, so that's my first dry suit. When I became instructor, that's my Otter dry suit.
Otter, right?
Otter Hammerhead, best dry suit I had to start off with. And then I went to Fourth Element Argonaut.
Mm.
Ah,
That's
So
the
that's-
2.0,
yeah. Okay.
which is now a very light grey and held together with quite a lot of glue. And it's still, I come out damp after every dive. So actually this last year, I've been coming out of the water quite wet every dive.
Yeah, it's not so fun, is it?
No, but then you get used to it and you're like, well, I'm sweating. It's fine.
Yeah.
But
I'm
now
not sure I want to get used to that. I keep getting damp with mine at the minute.
oh no. And then I've just recently got my new Argonaut 3.0, which is absolutely awesome. It's nice to have a dry dive, especially when it's getting to winter as well.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Teaching a tech course the other weekend, it was nice to have a dry suit.
Yeah.
And dry gloves, I see you've got as well.
Yes. Yeah, Kubi.
Yeah.
And what undersuit do you wear with your?
So I use a Halo,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
the first Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice
it's
and
good
cozy.
system.
Yeah, so fourth element Halo, zero firms, and then Argonaut dry suit.
Yeah, their base layers really take some beating. They're so nicely made and warm, aren't they?
Comfortable, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, well, that's been really good. You've covered a lot there. So yeah.
Awesome.
Great having you on the BiG Scuba Podcast.
Oh, it's been awesome. Cheers, guys.
And we want to say thank you to Jason for coming on and giving us some of his time. And we hope you've been listening, and we hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've got any questions, any feedback, anything you didn't agree with, maybe something you did agree with, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Don't keep it to yourself.
No, it was great to, he's very enthusiastic and smiley and positive about, instructing and getting these people through their qualifications.
Yes, and exactly how it should be. It should be a natural thing, really. And anything that helps keep people coming back. That's what we want.
Yeah, more divers, keep the younger divers coming through. That's the main thing.
Yeah, that's all good. So what else? We got to say
Thank you to our podcast sponsors.
Yes, we should, because they are
Not at 90 and they are beyond technical.
They certainly are, and very involved in the recreational and technical side of diving. have been for a number of years, and very experienced. And if you've got a dive computer, particularly shear waters or ratio, other ones are out there, but if you've got them and you need an update or you've got an issue with them, they are the people to have on your speed dial.
Yes, and they offer servicing of dive computers and equipment. So definitely, if you've got any issues or you've come up with some challenges, you want something fixed, Narc 90 is definitely the people to talk to.
They are, certainly are. And, lots of things got discussed, especially, in our inland dive centers, dive locations. And they all provide a really good areas for us to go training, and great facilities, and especially Stony's our sort of usual go-to place, and always happy faces when we go there.
Yes, yeah, and as he said, you've got to make every dive really fun.
Yeah, so that's really good. So yeah, if you've got any questions, raise your hand and let us know.
Yeah, and remember there's another 213 episodes in the back catalogue where we've spoken to divers and people associated with the ocean for you to listen to. So there's lots of variety there. Have a look at the catalogue and choose a few to listen to.
Yeah, there's something there for everybody, and as Gemma just said, there's good choice there.
Yeah. So don't forget to follow us on social media. We're always active virtually on a daily basis. So keep up to date with what's happening in our worlds. And don't forget Christmas is coming. And
the goose is getting fat.
Yeah, there are lots of links on our website where you can click on things like Happy Bottle, Waterhall, McConk's, and even obviously Narc 90 as well, and you can find some offers to.
Yeah, there's be something there for your diver or your diver buddy, but your diving partner in your life. So there'll be something there for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. And there's our Amazon store as well, where we've got plenty of books for make great gifts at reasonable prices for the divers in your lives.
Yeah, there is. And if you're listening to this, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review where you downloaded us, because that helps other people find us and help spread the message.
Yes, yeah. So share the podcast with your friends, and
that's it.
And if you've got any recommendations for guests, then point them in our direction, and we'll be sure to reach out.
Yeah, exactly what Jason did. So do that.
Yeah. So I think that's this one wrapped up.
Excellent. So it was
the BiG Scuba Podcast. Thanks for listening.